Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the DLP podcast. I'm your host for today, PCR, and by my side I have Clomps.
Hey
Hello
PCR,
Clomps, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm doing good, been enjoying this off season. It started for me too now.
Oh
Even
yeah,
though finals still ongoing, but like for me the off season is starting, been enjoying seeing what the others are up to, you know?
yeah,
Finals is ongoing. We have the second league stuff going on, and I don't even have someone in there, so like really free from here.
yeah. I I don't know. I'm excited to see how finals goes. Obviously, there's only one game played, so there's not much to talk about. But yeah. I mean, obviously, it should be pretty electric. These are the top seeds for both divisions, duking it out. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we have only one game, so I mean I think we'll start with the shutout. Shutouts the two player that got to final. They played the first game, not trouble in getting the game done.
Hmm.
Nimble Nimbus won, which is interesting, and we'll talk about it more next week when we probably have either when they're going to a game five situation and we're like 2-2, or the game or like the series is over. So I think next week will be the better time to talk about it. Either the series is done or not. So what are we gonna say is Nimble Nimbus up 1-0. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I wish my boy as much luck as he can get, obviously, because I'm a nimble stan. But uh,
Yeah, I'm a Peverell fan in this final. I need the propaganda to stay alive that I'm the second best.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. We'll look into it more next week, like you said, and yeah, hopefully playoffs keep running smoothly.
Yeah, good luck to both players too.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think we go with immediately straight on one of the main topics of today, which is second coaches league. Because
Yes,
we had the
yes.
draft already, it's already done.
Hmm.
So I think we should just talk about the teams and like how they built their teams. Because like it's gonna be very interesting. See the first of all how good their teams are, and second of all, what is their play style? What do they like playing? Because like
For sure.
these are players we might see in first league like coming season 4. So like better to, have an eye on them.
Hmm. I agree 100% there. You want to start with
Yeah.
Kanto Kaido?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Think start with Kenta Corridons. The team of as first coach as Spanish, we all know him. Second
Hmm.
coach is Krasa Krabbe. Uh, might be different the pronunciation because they might be French. We don't know for sure. We don't have 100% certain news about it, but they're going with a Uber pairing of Miraidon Zacian, then Incineroar, Iron Bundle, Ogerpon, Dragonite, Sinistcha, Mousehold, Espatra, Cleaver, Conkeldurr, and Flamingo. This is a really interesting draft for me. Like, it's two very good Ubers, but they're both offensive. Like, so, because normally with Miraidon you see more time than Zamazenta, but it was already picked. So I think they just went for the Zacian because of that. This
Hmm.
is a really interesting team, but like they have a bit of everything, to be honest. Aside from like very trick room heavy stuff, there's a bit of everything.
For sure. Like, the first thing that pops out to me is like I see this being a really hyper offensive team. I think you kind of have to go with like the icy wind bundle sets a lot of times if you're playing into any matchup, just because if you don't have any other speed control right off the bat. I mean, you have Sinistra with Trick Room, but a lot of your team's just too fast to really utilize Trick Room effectively. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see how they do. They picked up a lot of interesting picks, I think. Like Espathra, we've seen it do stuff before, and I think Espathra shenanigans can never be counted out. Um, Dragonite is going to be fun, and that Incineroar is going to add a lot of support value to their team as well.
Yeah, also like we see the normal Ogerpon, which we haven't seen yet in the draft league. The grass type Ogerpon. Yeah, so like that one that it gets a speed boost on Terra. So like that's also another way of getting the speed done on that side of the field. But yeah, it's a really offensive team. The Dragonite with the Terra normal. We don't know. Haven't seen the Terras that this team has chosen. Uh, but like I'm gonna expect the Dragonite to probably be Terra normal with extreme speed stuff. That's the classic. But the only slow Pokemon in here is like yeah, they have two Sinistcha and Conkeldurr, which do have to try and work as like a Trick Room repellent.
For sure, for
Because
sure.
like Trick Room is really really good into this team as far as I know. But like they have ways to stop it, you know? Like they
Mhm.
have priorities, they have Incineroar to stop physical attackers. You know, there's stuff, there's stuff.
I
It's a
think
good team
the
though.
only real saving grace for this team against Trick Room is the fact that they have a couple options that can reverse it. So it'll add to the mind games. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, I'm just trying to see how well this coach plays their team. Because this team, it's a little scattered, but it has some pieces, and I'm interested to see how they fit together.
Yeah. Then we have the a good friend of ours, Lavender Town Lampent, with coach KBR, which yes, KBR now is a second coach. With the first coach being Dakota, which is a little spoiler for season 3, but like KBR choose himself to step down from the first coach position and choose Dakota to lead the first team, which we'll talk about later more.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but we have KBR in second coaches league, which is very interesting. And to be honest, they have a good team. Now, gonna just not I'm not gonna name all of the Pokemon because might be too long if we do. But the first three they picked are probably the most important ones. They have Zamazenta, Rayquaza, and Chien-Pao, which is a good core to start with. Uh, Especially the Rayquaza Chien-Pao, which I think it works like a people in VGC probably that play VGC already know the good old Chien-Pao Dragonite combo with lowering the defense stat of everyone and then going extreme speed spam with Dragonite. This works like that, but on steroids, because instead of Dragonite we have Rayquaza.
Yeah, as far as I know, I think Rayquaza actually has the higher attack stat between the two. So if you give this thing a normal Terra, it's gonna tear something up along the way, regardless of what it's up against. Um,
Yeah,
Something I did notice about this team, just looking through, is it's very priority heavy. Like you have King Gambit, Sucker Punch, you have Hitmontop, you have Rayquaza, Gouging Fire with E Speed. I don't know if it actually gets E Speed. I think that's Inte, but
yeah, that's anti.
just there's so many good priority options to just force momentum onto your opponent early. I really like having those options. So I think KBR did a good job at drafting in that aspect. Um, Other than that, I mean, a lot of his teams kind of going for a bulky build, like a bulk offense, if you will. Because
Yeah,
like,
it's a very interesting one because like bulk offense is what I will describe is specifically Okidogi, which is a
mm-hmm,
good pick. I think he went under the radar of a lot of people. I think it's a like this one might be one of the best picks because like uh, some people every like it's a very matchup based thing Pokemon, but like when it has the good matchup, Okidogi can just break a team down
mm-hmm,
because like if like you can bring it with Toxic Chain if the other team doesn't have Intimidate. If they do have an Intimidator Pokemon, you just bring it with Gardok and like basically force them to not like either not bring the Intimidate or bring the Intimidate but be scared of it because like they can give you a +1 on command.
for
So like
sure.
it's they have counterplay for that. They also have an Intimidate of their own with Fifth on top. And yeah, like you talked about being very priority heavy, and like it's really important for this team to have two Pokemon, as far as I know, that can Ice Spinner. Both Chien-Pao and Tidmontop can use Ice Spinner to block those psychic terrains. So like they have tools for it. They have a lot of tools.
For sure, for sure. I think. one of the staples for Lavender Town at this point. They picked up Primarina and King Gambit again. We've seen this happen 3 seasons now.
Yeah.
um, so I'm glad to see there's some returning members for this season. But yeah, I think one of my favorite picks on this team actually is that Murkrow pick. I think, especially before they picked up Murkrow, they were really suffering on the support side of things. So having options for Tailwind, Taunt, I think it gets Perish Song, uh,
Yeah.
just
And
really having a support option like Murkrow will help out a lot, I think, this season.
yeah, not getting outsped on like basically any kind of tailwind. Uh, like Macro, the taunt is gonna be so good for them.
For sure.
Uh, prankster taunt, they have to be careful with it because like depends on who you're sending it to a prankster taunt, but like depending on the matchup, this Pokemon can just win them the game, and it's yeah with an Eviolite, like you just it's not easy to kill. Like it's not like a Whimsicott that
No,
you can just two shots because it has the sash. This one you need to actually get good hits in if you need to two shots it.
for
So
sure.
yeah,
Um, this next team, I've been excited to talk about all week. Actually, I've been looking at it and I've been theory crafting what they could do with this team. It's so entertaining, and I really hope they can pull it off this season. If you want to
yeah. I'll let
introduce
you talk
them,
about it. It's the Snow Point Southland with coach as second coach, coach in this league is Siri, and it's a new team. It's a new introduction for the league. This team, the Snow Point Southland, with first coach being Ouchie that we already talked about, and we will talk about more later. But it's Siri, the coach for this team, and I'll let you talk about the team because you seem very excited about it.
I really am, because this is a team where I was watching them draft and I didn't see the vision for a long time, but by the end of the draft, I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, they're kind of cooking here. And that's because they picked up Kyurem White, Groudon, Whimsicott, Chi-Yu, Sneasler, Walking Wake, Hisuian Arcanine, Sylveon, Chandelure, Excadrill, Hydrapple, and Imbor. So really, this is just a Sun team at its heart. Its core is just being a Sun team. So being able to utilize that Sun with Kyurem White and get like I think 140 damage off for one of its signature moves is just insane to begin with. And then if you give that
Okay.
Groudon a Terra, it goes insane because like Groudon doesn't go down easy regardless, right? Like I think we saw this last season. Like Kanto Koraidon,
Yeah.
that Groudon pulled its weight regardless of having a no Terra or not, right? This Uber Core, I think, will surprise a lot of people, and I'm just so excited to see it in action. And then when you add in that you have Chi Yu to help boost the damage output from that Kyurem White, you have Walking Wake to really utilize that sun as well. It's a magnificent. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. And like the fact is, you can say like, oh yeah, but you can put the rain up. Yes, but Whimsicott learns the sunny day. Like
Mm-hmm.
so they have counterplay for that. Like they it seems like they really thought about it. And they were like, yeah, okay, we have a sun team. Like we wanna rebuild a sun team, but like what do we do if they just have Pelipper?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
So
I
like
am.
there's play to that. There's like this is a good team. It's really scary. This is one of those teams that like I would not like to play against because it sounds like a matchup check.
For sure. Like, even with Whimsicott, if you don't feel safe running like Prankster, say you have like Sunny Day, or not Sunny Day, Rainy, or just something to just set up rain, right? This Whimsicott can still run like Chlorophyll, and you can like stagger your Sun and let that Whimsicott just run taunts on everything. It's
Yeah.
so intricate. Like every piece of this draft looks like it was really thought out, and I'm a big fan of it because I this is something I've been wanting to see in this league for like this entirety of the league history, but we've just not had it yet. And
Yeah.
this type of team building is kind of insane in my opinion.
Yeah, cause like me too. Like until you explained it to me now, I was like, what is going on here? Like there's something, there was some, you see something, and I'm like, what is it though? And like now I understand, and I'm like, oh, that's why you like the strangest thing is like seeing Cure and White Groudon as a pairing, and Cure and White being picked before Groudon. Like the first pick for them was Cure and White. Like I was like when I saw the two Ubers, I was like, yeah, surely they're written in the wrong order.
Yeah.
There's no way you pick Curem White round one. They did.
Yeah.
Like they went insane with it, and like I respect it.
They really, I think they pulled off probably one of my favorite drafts just in this league. And
Yeah,
I really hope Siri can figure out how to just secure every win possible and hopefully just win the league with it because that would be amazing.
yeah. Well, let's hope Auchi can guide them to the right way,
Hmm.
because like Auchi is a good player. If they work together well, they can go places.
For sure, for sure. I'm really
Yeah,
excited to
I
see.
think we go to the next team, which is not a team.
It is a
It's
team.
it's you.
Yeah, I'm the first coach. Well, first coach. I'm the owner, but I will be helping out the second coach this season, and I am sponsoring them. So, yeah, I can maybe put a little. I don't want to leak too much about the team.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I'll talk about it, I we don't want you to leak stuff. It's the draft league plays team. So basically
yeah,
it's the it's the league mandated team,
yeah,
But we have the second coach in this team is Munoz. We saw him doing the draft, and like it's really interesting team. I really enjoy how they built the team, like the way of building it. We see the uber pairing of Terapagos and Necrozma Duskwing, which is really interesting Pokemon.
for
Like
sure.
I haven't seen Necrozma Duskwing in a good while. It's the Lunala one, right? Yes.
Hmm.
The one that looks like Lunala. So it's a
This
really nice Pokemon to
is
have. We don't
actually
have.
this
We
is the Solgaleo one.
wait, what?
Yeah, it's the Solgaleo Necrozma. They wanted a
Oh, the
physical
other one is
attacker.
Dawn Wings. I forgot.
Yeah,
It's Dawn Wings.
this one's a
Okay, I
Solgaleo
confused them.
Necrozma. But
Okay.
yeah, it's a it's interesting. I was talking with him, and he was like, "We don't have a lot of options at this point because he did miss the first day of draft. So there's like
Oh,
Terapagos on the
okay.
board, and then a bunch of B tier Ubers. So
Yeah.
he
And to be
thought really
honest,
hard about this one.
like I see the vision though, cause like you have Among Us on this team, which is really good. Like to play a control type of team, like it's really a slow team to begin with. Like you have Tinglu, Among Us, Iron Hands, Farigiraf, Salames, like the Umbreon. This is one of those teams that like is slowing the game down,
Mm-hmm.
really. And like uh, already having Among Us and Terapagos on the team just makes the other team understand what is going on with Iron. And like this team wants to set up Terapagos. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. They do have other options though. That's the problem for everyone else. They have the Ursaluna. Like you what if Ursaluna just gets on the field with a trick room? What do you do then? Good luck.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
uh
It's you just gotta choose your battles and then
yeah.
pray. You know.
Yeah, also like you say, Terapagos can boost his special defense, you're like, oh yeah, I'll just attack it physically. No, Salamis is to intimidate, so like you can hit him, just I decide how much. I'm like, yeah, let's lower it down, Like
Mm-hmm.
Umbreon as a Snar, like there's so many ways to lower damage on the other side. Like Tinglu, obviously, just joining in on the field, it lowers the damage for everyone on the special side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really interesting team. I'm curious to see what happens. Like, and like I was about to forget, Dusclops is on here. Probably what might be the best trick room setupper we have in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So there's ways to do it. There's ways to do it. Munoz says a complicated task in front of him, if especially if they're a newer player, because this is a complicated team to use,
For
but
sure.
it has so much potential. High potential, high risk.
I think having Terapagos on your team in general just makes it a harder team to pilot in the first place. So,
Yes.
seeing this second coach who just entered the league pick up Terapagos so boldly, like I'm interested to see how he does. You know.
Yeah, and I want to see what the Necrozma does, because we don't have Z moves, so it can't burst and become, the Ultra Necrozma stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna stay, that form of Necrozma,
Yeah.
which is I don't. It's gonna be Psychic still, if I'm not wrong. Does it just gets the typing of Sol Galeo,
Mm-hmm.
basically. Uh, so yeah, it's an interesting type. I don't know what much you can do with it. Maybe the psychic type might help because like Terrapagos is normal type, very weak to fighting, so can try to make some plays where you like force the other team to stay, on the caution side, on the very cautious about it.
Mm-hmm. I think main factor for picking up Duskwing over Dawnwing was just having that 4x weakness is not great in general.
Yeah.
So getting rid of it and having a mon that practically does the same thing but gives you physical coverage as well um, was kind of just the play that we decided
Yeah,
to go
also
on.
the Sun still strike, if I'm not wrong, that which will bypass abilities. So any
Mm-hmm.
weird stuff going on, like it will work anyway. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if it gets clear body like Sol Galeo did. I don't think it does. No, I don't think it does. I think that was the main difference in the two. You don't get clear body. It's been a while. It's been since like VGC 2019 since I haven't seen this Pokemon.
It gets
So like I'm
Prism
trying
Armor,
to.
so it'll take three
Uh,
fourths damage from super effective attacks.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen the Duskbane and the Dawn Wings
Yeah.
gone. So yeah, excited to see them though. I've missed them.
Mm.
Then we have our fifth team in order, Sita Dark Knight Terrors. I'm already sorry in advance if I ever butcher this name. It's too complicated for my European mind to comprehend. But we have a coach, Manolis, and his first coach is Crimson Absol, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
It is. Good to
Mm-hmm.
know. And yeah, we have a Uber pairing, which is probably the weakest one on paper.
For sure.
It's the Arceus Magyarma. It's two Ubers we haven't seen do much well in First League as far as Season 2 goes. They
Mm-hmm.
both struggled to make, you know, waves on the league. But maybe with a better supporting cast in here, they can do their stuff. Because the supporting cast on this team is really good, I would say. We have Cresselia, Clefairy, Porygon 2, uh, then also other strange picks, I would say, but like not strange because they're bad. Strange because like interesting, exotic. We have a Alolan Golem, which can, I think, explode to do a really lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a good
So,
hyper offensive lead, just explosion right off the bat, get a lot of damage off.
yeah.
I mean, Hippowdon is a pretty good
And
one because it sets up sand, which allows it to chip away at
sad.
opponents. It lets it set up stealth rocks. I
Yeah.
don't think it gets toxic in Gen 9 because I would have known playing singles.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I think Hippowdon's a pretty interesting choice as well because it gets like bulldoze, so it gets some speed control options. Not always the best in this situation, but it also gets whirlwind. That's an
It's
option. It has
it's very
recovery.
situational.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of good supportive picks, like you were saying. I think we've seen it before, but Clefairy is probably one of the most well known, I think, from this league. If you've been playing since season one, or you've been around from season one, it won support mon of the year in season
Uh,
one, and it played pretty good in season two. Obviously, the Ubers format kind of messed up its ability to play every match, but it still had its moments.
Yeah, for sure. And also, like we talked about the supporting cast of this team, but they have, aside from the Ubers, two really heavy hitters. Like Ogre, Ponard, Flame, and Ursa Luna Bloodborne, one on the physical and one on the special side, are really heavy hitters. They can they can break down teams as they want. Like so, uh, you have to be careful against this team. Like because like you
Mm-hmm.
don't want anyone on this team to get out basically scot free. Because like Ogre, Ponard, Flame can get killed. So Saruna Blood Moon with those Blood Moons, like the it's 120
Yeah,
power move.
and then
So
it gets
like
hyper voice
that's
as well. It's just
yeah, like with a throat spray or something or a life orb, just watch out for this guy. This it's gonna shout at you really loud.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, also the Metagross I'm curious because like we haven't seen Metagross in Gen 9 being good in general. It's like it's been an off generation for him. Like we always saw him do something, Gen 7 we had him with size spam and stuff.
This is
Gen 8 he
some
was just already going a bit, Metagross stocks were lower and Gen 9 the lowest they've ever been.
for
So
sure. Which this is some elite ball knowledge for all of you newbies. But I think Lilico Gladius, they had a really good Metagross game against Spanish in their first matchup of season one. And that was about the most waves we've seen Metagross have this entire like league history.
it will make sense for Metagross to be good at the first game ever and then go down continuously.
Yeah,
It's just Metagross' story.
for sure.
Yeah, I think that's it for the Sita Dark Knight Terrors. I think we go to the Alola Lolomola, which everyone is pretty know. We all know who this is. It's Peverell as first coach. But second coach is Codebreaker. Uh, Peverell, like Alola Lolomola, which we didn't see do good in second league last season. This is
Mm-hmm.
different coach, obviously. So like, let's see if Peverell can, have more luck in second coaches league. But it's this is not about Pevra, it's about Codebreaker and what they picked. Because it's a really interesting team. A Uber pairing which screams of hyper offense. Coraido Fluttermane.
For sure.
it's it's just I want to kill you like in 3 turns. And 3 turns is too many. you know.
Yeah, I think
We
two
also have
turns
Lan.
max. 2 turns max for
Yeah,
this
like it's
score.
just too much, too slow. I want 1 turn and a half to game to be done. you know. But then we have also other stuff which makes the game be more controlled. We have Torkoal to keep the sun up because both Coridon and Torkoal set up the sun. So this is gonna
Mm-hmm.
be a really interesting sun team. Izuyan Lilligant, which with Chlorophyll can just sleep powder, use after you
Mm-hmm.
to just give Torkoal up eruption as first attacker in the turn, which is insane that you can do that, but you can. And also we have Itran, which maybe with a Terra might actually be very good in here,
Like
and an
Terra
Ogre
Grass,
Wellspring.
Terra Water, one of those two, depending on the
Yeah,
coverages you need. But
yes, and also, I mean, if you ever struggle against water types, you have Ogre Wellspring.
mm-hmm.
Like they thought about it.
And having Gastrodon as like the second water check is just the cherry on top. I think for that defensive core of this team, it's I'm looking at it and there's just so much synergy between all of these picks, right? Like, obviously, you have a hyper offense to the max if you want. You can also play a slower game, like, not necessarily a balance, but more of a bulk offense mode. Um, and just Venusaur there to abuse Sleep Powder in Chlorophyll Sun as well is just. You can tell what they want to do. It's just a really well thought out draft, and it's going to be a tough one to prep for. I think, regardless of who he's playing every week. I think that's just how it goes, though.
Yeah, speaking of Pokemons who I think will like will benefit a lot from having the Terra and being the Terra captains. I think Gastrodon is dead. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think not giving Gastrodon the Terra on this team would probably be a mistake. So I haven't looked at the Terra list yet, but like I really hope they gave a Terra to Gastrodon. Probably a Terra Fire or something like that, because it's really good with Storm Drain.
Yeah, I think really there's just a lot of synergy. Like when I was running a Cali Ice Trick Room team, I ran a Fluttermane by the side of Torkoal just to give it that proto boost in case I didn't want to go hard Trick Room. And sometimes it was just the only answer I had to certain matchups as well. So just having as much synergy, like you could put about every single mon together on this team in one way or another, and there will be automatic synergy just right off the bat.
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting team, and I'm excited to see what they do.
It's I think it's
And
definitely in the tier serious. You know, like you can tell they put a lot of
yeah,
thought into this, and there's just so much synergy. And like you said before with Siri, it's a matchup check. If you don't,
yeah,
if you don't have an answer for it, then you're probably shit out of luck. Let's be honest.
yeah. It's kind of bad if you don't have a matchup check for the Sun teams. Speaking of, go to the opposite side of it. We have the Cassilia Hunters with Kyogre and Kali Ice. So we spoke about Sun a lot. We have already two Sun teams in the league, and this is the first team which features Rain.
Mm,
It's not completely a Rain team. It's just features Rain. Uh, we have Kali Ice and Kyogre as the Uber pairing. We have Rillaboom, Goldangon, and Raging Bolt as like a really good like this and Grips. At least this looks like a balanced team. Basically, these four I just said. Like these four are just the core of a lot of teams, maybe in VGC, as we saw in the last few years. Especially the Rillaboom, Raging Bolt, Goldango. Like there's a lot of teams that are just those three plus other three Pokemons.
yeah,
So like you have a good core to start with. The Rillaboom just works well with almost everything as far as we saw. Raging Bolt is just a menace in the right hands.
the
So like
Rillaboom
they
Raging
have a lot
Bolt
of good stuff.
on its own is just absurd because you can run leftovers Raging Bolt with grassy terrain
Leftovers,
and just
yeah,
let
like
it
it's
heal up the whole time.
like get one Calm Mind and you're done. It's just like special side you're not killing that guy, especially if he has a Terra. Like, because
Mm-hmm.
we might see Terra Fairy, because that's the most common one. A Raging Bolt with Terra Fairy is like, how do you get this guy?
For
Like,
sure.
where's the weak point? You know? So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Glimmer is a really good pick. It's a really interesting pick. Because like you can put spikes on the other team, basically toxic spikes with this
Mm-hmm.
ability. You can just do it manually with it does learn toxic spikes as far as I know. It also has learns poison spin to poison both enemies.
Yeah, Mortal
So
Spin.
like oh, mortal spin,
Yeah,
my bad.
all good.
I should know that. I terrorize people on with Gliboradon also on my free time. Uh, but yeah, no, like also there's some interesting picks in the end, which will be strange. But the Rhydon is a matchup check probably. It's just to stop electric type moves from going onto the Kyogre, scaring the enemy from like straight up going Thunderbolt into him. They're like, yeah, I have the Rhydon in the back. Are you sure you want to press Thunderbolt? Are you sure about it? So yeah,
Yeah,
it's a really good pairing. Kali Ice suffering fire types. Kyogre brings the rain. You know, there's some synergy in the Uber pairing. I'm curious to see what they do with it because like it has potential. This is another high potential team, and this is probably what I think is one of the most complicated team to play, just because it's just a lot of balance and like you need to have experience with it to play it well.
for sure. And I think there was one Mon I was hoping you didn't hit when you were discussing because I wanted to talk about it. But looking at this draft, going through everything, And then realizing they also have a screens offense option as well with Grimmsnarl. It's just dirty work, really. Um,
Yeah.
Truly, just this draft. If there was any draft I'd expect to be able to counter those Sun teams, it's definitely this one. Um, and so yeah, I hope the Hustlers have a pretty good season in this second coaches league, and I'm excited to see what they do with Cali Ice. Obviously, I don't know if it's a secret to people who know me, but I love Cali Ice. It's one of my favorite Ubers of all time. So I'm gonna obviously cheer for any Cali Ice Ubers team. But yeah, they have
We know that.
so many options. Like they have Brute Bonnet as well, which is a returning member for the Hustlers for second season. Crocodile is a nice option for offense because it gives intimidate support. You can run anger point. Just there's so many strategies you can run with a crocodile, and it's so cheap too. You know.
Yeah. Also, like, forgot to mention it, but shout out Biera because it is the coach of the team. Um, or
Mm-hmm.
they are the coach of the team. Um, so yeah, shout out to them and shout out Happy, which is the first coach, and they planned this together. As far as I know, they were both doing the draft together, so I think they did a good job, and now it's up to both of them to do that well, because like Happy is a good coach. We talked about him a lot the last few episodes, just because he's good.
Yeah.
And like I think if he can teach, a bit to Biera how to play this thing, yeah, Biera is going places.
Yeah, I think
I'll
at
be
this
honest.
point, especially, these second coaches are just playing for a chance to get their foot in the door of first league. Obviously, we have teams set, but getting relegated if you don't do good enough is a real threat for a lot of first coaches coming up because I got to keep the wheels turning between the two leagues, and I got to justify having a second coaches league with the first coaches
Yeah,
league, right?
obviously.
I want to give people
Yeah,
chances, and obviously I want
yeah.
to make it as hyper competitive as possible. Is kind of the end goal, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Biera. I think this team can make a lot of splashes, pun intended. Um, but yeah,
Uh,
let's move on to the
yeah,
last team.
I think we go to last team, but last but not least, because we see a Uber pairing which we already saw last season, and they are in the finals.
It definitely needs
How
no
did they get away
introduction.
with it? How did they get away with it again? It's the Twin Lift Titans with Capi Capi as their coach. It's Kali Shadow Urshifu Rapid Strike. Okay, now, leaving aside my hate for both of these Ubers, uh, it's a really good team. They have the Tornadoes too to do the classic Torn Shifu stuff, which I will define as BS most of the time because it's too good and too easy. It's just Tailwind plus Surging Strikes, or like Tailwind and then I get Kali Shadow in and I do Astral Barrage without asking anything. Like,
hmm
it's really the I press buttons team. Uh,
I do
they
think
have Regidrago, like which can and Izuyan Typhlosion, which can both do Dragon Energy and Eruption with Tailwind. Like they have like if you let them have the speed control, you're done.
this is a very looking at the draft just in depth. This is a very VGC core team. Like you just have a million different VGC strategies that have been proven to work really well. So like you have the Kelly Shadow Torn, you have Urshifu Rapid Torn, just basic hyper offensive stuff. Then after that you have Indeedee Cali Shadow. That's pretty common, I think. I'm
Indeed, the
not.
Iron Crown.
Yeah, Indeedee Iron Crown, Indeedee Regidrago, Iron Crown Regidrago.
Like
Like,
indeed, the Iron Crown Regidrago is literally a team that's in VGC right now, and it's very strong. So like,
mhm.
how did they get away with doing this draft and no one stopped them? That's my thing. Like, how? Like, did no one see this coming? Please, guys, we can do better than this. And
For
so now there's
sure.
this team going around. The Ogrepon Cornerstone, which, like, it might be, between the three that actually have a secondary typing, it might be, the lesser one, as far as people know. But, like, it gets sturdy. Uh, it does
Yeah.
get follow me. I what rock type moves are very good offensively, as far as we know. So a good Ivy Cudgel on someone may kill them instantly, depending on their typing. Like, this is a really good team. Like, I expect a lot from them, just because their team is one of the, like, for a new player, it's it's on the safer side of what are probably people would suggest a newer player to learn stuff fast. Bloody hell, that was longer than I thought.
Yeah, I know. We kind of locked in with content there. We're spreading out content per episode.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
oh god. Yeah, the off season is gonna go crazy. Uh,
For sure.
so I think it's good to do a way too early tier list. Because what could go wrong than doing a tier list, right, Clomps?
Yeah, I've never had a tier list go wrong in my life, you know?
No,
Especially
never.
for this league.
Uh, So basically, we'll do a tier list, which basically most of it will be just by draft, because like we don't know these players yet. We might be thinking of a little project. We might have to know them better, not too much, because we don't know if we can pull it off. Not
Yeah,
too many spoilers, but for now we go by draft mostly. So I think we go from left to right of what we see now, and
left to
first
right.
it's your boy. Munoz with the draft league place team.
Yeah.
I think it's a good. I think it's a middle of the pack probably.
Middle of the pack, we thinking B tier?
Yeah, I'm thinking bit here because like the I need to be convinced by this Necrozma Task Wings. I
Mm-hmm.
need to see more from him.
I
I need
understand,
to see
yeah.
something. Yeah. But like the rest of the team looks really good. So I think that's how I would go about it. Then we have the Kanto Rhinos. What do you think? Where do they go?
I'm not necessarily convinced that they're going to have a great season based off a draft alone.
Yeah,
I would put it either B tier or C tier, but this is
yeah,
obviously
me
your
too.
round. So,
I think C, just because we have to put someone in C tier, I can't just put everyone in B tier and
yeah.
be, oh, everyone is middle of the pack. Yeah, no, just, what tier list is that? Yes.
I understand.
So yeah, there we have the Alola Alomola. Okay, this is the double Sun super offensive team. At least A tier, at least. I'll
You're going
probably
A
put
tier?
it. I don't know. Yeah, A or S. I'm very.
It's your
Put
call.
it
I
in
mean,
A for now. Put it in A for now, and then we'll see. Then we'll see. Snow Point. Snow Point with. It's a very interesting team, but like, I'm not that convinced.
mm-hmm.
Like, maybe C for now. Yeah, because like they need to show it. Like C is not that the team is bad. It's like I need to see you play it first.
For sure.
Yeah. As far as Twin Lift Titans goes, I mean it is easily. Oh god, it's S tier.
Oh.
The team is too good and too like it's probably the easiest team to play near also. And it's absurd. Castilia Hunters. I mean they do have good stuff. B
B tier? Is it over
B yeah.
DLP?
Oof, I didn't think of that. Maybe yeah. Yeah, it's above.
Alrighty. Yeah.
The Lampants. The Lampants really liked their draft, but like on paper, how good is it? I mean, yeah, I think this is the team that is like trying to match up check everything. Like I'll say A tier for now. maybe because like they have it's like but it's a really fragile late here, you know. It's like
For
they have
sure.
the tools, they got tools. I'm like, please don't fuck it up.
Yeah, I understand.
Seat dark. Okay, yeah, this is the one I'm not very convinced by this draft. The two Ubers haven't showed anything good. The rest of the team is good. But like might be C tier.
C tier.
Last of C tier. Yeah, last of C tier. Cause I don't like the Ubers. Like they're so important in this. I just don't like them.
Yeah, I feel like the Citadark is kind of just not the greatest, you know?
Yeah, don't the greatest draft. We don't know the player. Maybe they're a good player, and maybe they know something we don't. Like, let's be clear. This tier list is gonna be wrong.
For sure, in one way or another, it's going to be wrong, just straight up.
Yeah.
But
So I wanna. It's nice to do predictions like this because you're like, oh yeah, I was so wrong.
for sure. Alrighty, so it's my turn to make a tier list. Uh,
Yes.
to be honest, I'm not very convinced by the Kanto Koraidons. I gotta be honest. I think it's a B tier at best, but I'm probably putting it in C tier. I the reasoning for that being is just it's an okay draft, right? But it's not one of the best drafts I've seen. You know,
Yeah, I
um,
can see that.
like yeah, they have counterplay, they have some really good hyper offensive options, but compared to the rest of the draft, how are they gonna bode? You know, I think it's a C tier team, and that's kind of just my opinion for way too early predictions. I think I'm putting Munoz in B tier. I think he is a very balance heavy team, so it's going to matter how he plays more than anything. But the team has potential. I just need to see it. Alrighty, moving on to Twin Leaf Titans. I think it's too automatic. I think you just click buttons and you win a lot of times, which is just signs of really good drafting. So, based on draft, I'm giving them S tier as well. I think really it's the most solid draft we've seen for a hyper offense team. There's just a lot of
It's
options for it.
just too good.
I think I'm gonna give Snowpoint B tier under Munoz though, because much like your reasoning, I think they're unproven if that makes sense, right? They are gonna have to earn that spot up the tier. I think Munoz team is drafted a little better to do what it wants to than Snowpoint's team is drafted to do what it wants to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's one of the most, like, what are they gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much have they thought of it?
Yeah, like there's a lot of threads that they can pull with this team, and a lot of stuff's gonna work. However, I'm not convinced. I do think it could be a
Yeah,
high A tier team, but I don't see it being a S tier team at any point, if that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah. It's like it's not solid. It's good.
Yeah,
They're two different things.
for sure. I think it's just a tier below some of these other teams we've seen. Like speaking of, I think Hustlers takes the first A slot for sure. Um, they just have a really good balancey kind of team. Just a lot of support, kind of in hustler spirit even. Like I think we've seen this a lot in the Hustlers past. They've drafted a lot of support heavy teams, and yeah, it worked out for them a little bit last season. They went 5-5, so we'll see how Vieira can pilot their team. Citadark, I'm not impressed at all. Their Uber pairings are kind of bad. Like I mean, yeah, they have some good offensive options, some good support, but I'm just not convinced. I don't see much happening with the Citadark Night Terrors, and I might eat my words later in the season, but I don't know. For me, I don't see anything happening. That's
Yeah,
where
we
I'm
hope
at.
so. We hope we gotta change our minds because like we don't hope anyone to be last, but like someone has to be, unfortunately.
For sure, for sure. Which I don't know. Maybe I was too brutal for the City Dark Knight Terrors, but that's just where I'm standing right now. Maybe they prove me
I
wrong.
mean, we need to just like say our opinion. You know,
Yeah.
we are not experts.
Lampent over Kanto. I think
Okay.
I think the Lampents have a little bit better of a core than Kanto Koraidons do. It's a little bit more fleshed out, if that makes sense. And it's definitely not as bad as the City Dark Knight Terrors draft is, in my opinion. So I'm putting it C tier. Okay, now this is gonna be probably this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but I think I'm putting Alola Mola above Twin Leaf.
Okay.
My reasoning for that is I think there's too much synergy for this team to not succeed. Um, and being coached by Peverell has to be something, right? So I
Yeah.
think Alola automatically beats out the Titans. This isn't to say like they're automatic wins against Twin Leaf Titans, right? Like head to head. But I do think Alola does take the S tier in terms of like drafting.
Don't agree, but I
Um,
see your point.
Lily Cove isn't even in this, so yeah. Lamau.
Yeah, just put them in S tier above everyone. You know, they've won by not participating.
I think,
Good job.
yeah, Lily Cove, they're probably one of the best teams in the draft.
No,
Nah.
they come with Pokemon not found, not found, not found, and not found.
And really, I think that
What a
just
great team.
that beats out all competition, like straight up.
Yeah, I mean, you know. Like, you attack one of their Pokemon and they're not there. Like, what can you do?
Yeah, what are you doing? It's like a missing no matchup in Gen 1.
Yeah, like,
It's too
you know,
free.
it crashes your showdown, you know, and like, what can you do?
Yeah, but that's my tier list. I kind of did some of these just off opinion, and I'm very heavily biased on some of these, but you know,
Yeah, obviously.
I don't know. I like it.
Yeah. And honestly, like, yeah, I think we both did our tier list. We will see at the end of second league season, we will get this tier list back and be like, oh, we were so wrong on everything.
For sure, for sure.
But it's the fun of it, obviously. Like, what's the fun if we're right?
Yeah, like what's the point in doing it if you're right? Like you get to be bracket king like KBR? Like no one cares.
Yeah, like,
No one cares,
oh,
okay?
look at me. I'm so good at brackets. No one cares. Yeah,
The whole point is
nah,
just to
joking,
enjoy
KBR.
speculating, you
Joking,
know?
KBR. Congrats, KBR, for winning the bracket competition between the three of us also, because, like, we both were so horribly wrong on everything.
I'm only slightly toxic over it. Like I only feel a little bit jealous.
I mean, I'm okay with it, because, I mean, at least I didn't have to play KBR in my playoff run. But I had to
Mm.
play Epic, which was worse, probably. But
For
I
sure, I
didn't know
think
that at the time, okay? I didn't know. I was stupid.
I did
Uh,
correctly call a 5 game series between Spanish and Gamer. That has to count for something,
yeah,
right?
surely.
No
But
one
yeah,
believed me.
I think that was it. Do you have any announcements?
Second coaches need to get all their Terra captains in by the end of the day, or they just don't get those for the next 2 weeks. So you should probably get those
Move.
in. Like,
Get a move on.
probably get those in and you'll be good. But we're only missing one, and that's Cappy Cappy at the moment. Um, so yeah, that's probably the only one. Shout out to second coaches for having a very successful speedy draft. We weren't behind any
Shut
of those
out.
days. And shout out
Picanora helped us.
Picanor for just taking up the role as mod for second coaches. Like, I think that's a pretty big step for someone to take just joining a mod team. So he's
Yeah,
doing a good
like
job.
I won this, so now I this. I moderate this. I'm like, that doesn't work like that, Picaron, but go on.
Yeah, and he came in at the right time, so I'm glad to have him on the
Yeah,
team, and hopefully he gets a little bit better at moderating in server because he's struggled a little with that, but I think it comes with time and maturity. So
yeah, yeah. And yeah, I think that's it for the episode. So thank you everyone for listening. We will see you again next week.
yeah,
Cause the objective is one episode a week as always. But thank you, Clomps, for being here with me for this episode.
yeah. I figured I needed to make up my time. You know, I didn't show up to one of those episodes,
Even
so
though no one saw those.
yeah.
But
But yeah, it was fun
thank you
doing
for being
a
here.
duo episode with you. I hope to get to
Yeah.
do it again at some point because this went insanely well. We talked a lot about the drafts, a lot more than I thought we were. Like we filled up an
Yeah.
entire episode just
Like
talking about the second coaches.
a little behind the scene, we had another topic for the episode, but like we talked too much, and that's what you get now. We
Yeah,
saved that one for next time.
yeah, and I mean, I don't think it's an issue. I think second coaches deserve as much attention as anybody in the league. I think they're the future of the
Yeah.
league, whether we like it or not, and I want to kind of give them the limelight for a little bit, you know?
Yeah. So yeah. I hope everyone listening appreciate the episode. Let us know
Hmm.
what was good, what was bad, and I'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you
Bye
later.
everyone.
Bye.